Hey everyone, this is HypoWow and welcome back to more Let's Play Kirby 64. In the last episode, we completed Popstar, and this episode, we'll be taking on Rockstar. So, as you can see, it's a desert level, and you know, the thing that always kind of bothered me about this world in particular is there's a whole lot of sand, but not a whole lot of rocks, and here we have Needle. I got this power up all the time, but I never actually explained what it did. Needle, basically, you turn yourself into Needles instead of having like a Needle hat in other Kirby games, and I'm going to combine it with Fire here. So if you use Needle and Fire together, then you get this flaming arrow, but I'm not a big fan of it, even though it is a projectile weapon, and I do love my projectile weapons, but for whatever reason, it's just, it just doesn't do it for me, this power-up. But so I'm just going to get the standalone Needle here and just uselessly get this food. But if you combine two Needles together, then you will get a whole bunch of pointy crap. Basically a fork, a cactus, a syringe. You know, a whole bunch of pointy stuff, basically. So, you know, I'm actually holding on to this one for a little bit. So, I really like at the beginning of this song how, and please forgive me for fawning over the music so much, but I just can't help it. I mean, I love video game music so much. But anyway, for this song in particular, I really like the remix of Castle Lolo at the very beginning of it. So, if you listen closely to the very beginning of this song, then you can actually hear it. If you can't really hear it, well, I guess it's just me because that's what I always hear whenever I hear that part of the song. But part of the reason I really love fawning over video game music so much is because, well, I guess part of it was because I was actually in band myself at one point. I'm sorry for going off topic, but I actually was in band for about 8 years, from 5th grade to my senior year of high school. And I used to play tenor sax for 2 years, was terrible at it. And then I spent the rest of the other 6 years playing baritone, and I enjoyed it a lot. I even went in a marching band my final 2 years of high school, and it was pretty fun. But I mean, part of me was also kind of jealous because there was even this one school, like during my senior year of high school, whenever we went to competitions and stuff, and they did their show of One Wing Angel on Final Fantasy VII. And I thought that was pretty cool because they actually did a video game related show, which I always wanted to do because every time, sometimes before class, I would always mess around by playing various video game songs. And here's our first shard by defeating this cactus boss here. Also, rock doesn't exactly work like it did in other Kirby games, but you are kind of invincible. You are pretty much invincible, but you just can't jump. But you also do roll down hills as well. And whenever you're not rolling up hills, let me get out of this room real quick. But whenever you're not rolling down hills, then you can actually walk during your rock form, but you just can't jump. So ordinarily, I kind of have a problem with auto-scrolling levels, but this one is so easy, it doesn't really bother me all that much. And again, this rock is kind of helpful here. If you could just roll down some of these stairs. You know, I never really noticed this before, but if you look at those heads in the background, don't they kind of resemble Andross from Star Fox a little bit? But yeah, video game music. I mean, I really love it so much. I mean, I'd like to collect a few more CDs of it. I mean, I just love video game music that much. Like I said, being in band before, I mean, I kind of want to get back into baritone because I haven't really been playing it all that much during my break and whatnot. I mean, I just feel like I need a better instrument, but I guess I'll just be content with the one I got right now, and I think I might get rid of rock. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep rock actually for a little bit because there's actually a shard that we need, and we'll also need the spark ability here pretty soon. Because that right there, that brown and yellow indicates that we need Spark and Rock, but I just got Rock right now. So here's yet another mainstay enemy in the Kirby series, the Scarfy. They actually, in other Kirby games, if you just inhale them, then they'll start following you with that creepy behind face. But in this game, and I think to this day, this is the only game that does it. They act just like Boos in the Mario series, where they will follow you if you're not facing them, and I'm gonna wait for the spark to hurry up. Okay, so I said back in the forest level in Popstar that I wasn't too huge a fan of this power up in particular. This is pretty much what happens when you combine Rock with Spark. You get what I like to call the rock yo-yo. But this thing just goes all over the place. I don't think there's really any way you can control it. It just goes in a circle in the way you're facing it. And here's our second shard. But I'm gonna actually hold on to this for a little bit because there's not just to have a power-up on me until I can find something better. I mean, I guess I could use the spark ability, but I'm not going to. So I'm gonna just shoot the little spark man again. And these cactus enemies, I don't think you can defeat. Also, you can actually cancel this out by pressing B. And so I'm gonna just go past them. And so anyway, desert levels, I don't really mind so much. I mean, I don't really have a least favorite area in a video game. I know people always hate on like desert levels and ice levels, although I personally love ice levels, and there actually is one later on in the game, and I'm pretty anxious to get to that. But anyway, oh, you know what? I missed one. I'll just go back to the end of the level and get that. But I didn't get hit, so I actually wasn't thinking. I really wanted to go after that card, but I guess I'll just go after this star here. So okay. So these red stars, I believe, give you 5 ticks on your meter. But anyway, let's go on to the next level, which, again, I'm sorry, but I love this song. I mean, just take a listen for a little bit. Okay, so here we have another combo opportunity here that I missed. Let's see. Let me see if the spot. Yeah, he's still here. So that's the thing about most of the Kirby series is that enemies will respawn on you, which is kind of helpful for things like this when you want to show off different power-ups. And there again, I missed it. I'll just show that off later. I'm gonna just get the big needle here, and you know what? No, this will be a good opportunity to show off this combo. Never mind. So Neil and Rock will give you this drill ability, and also watch out for these falling pillars because they will crush you and they will kill you instantly. So just be careful of that. So drill is actually kind of fun to use as well because it can also be a projectile weapon, as well as if you hold down B, then you can pretty much just drill through everything, and I do mean everything. And that pig enemy will get pretty annoying pretty soon because it will start running after you, and it'll basically just pretty much just get in the way. That's all I'm saying. And well, here we have Rockies, another enemy from the Kirby series. Basically just rocks. They'll try to fall on you, which they actually look a lot different than they do from other Kirby series. In this game particularly, they'll just try and fall on you. Like, they'll just roll on top of you whenever you get near. But in the other Kirby series, like the other Rockies will actually just hop on top of you. They will actually jump and try and kill you. But anyway, I'm missing a shard right here, and you know what? I think it's right here. Yeah, here it is. So just duck down, and there's a shard. And like I said before, I know I missed one. I'll just go back at the end of the episode to get it. But the shards in this level are actually rather easy to get, and I'm gonna just get this cake up here, and I'm just hold on to the drill here for a little bit. And here's a second shard just sitting right here. Just glad I didn't kill myself. And okay, so here's another ability that we can get. If you inhale these fish, then you actually have better swimming control with them as well, but you just can only swim straight. Unfortunately, it doesn't give us any powers at all, and so I'm gonna just get rid of these fish. Also, be careful jumping on these guys. I mean, on these pillars right here. If you step on them, then there's a ceiling at the very top of it, and they will instantly kill you again. So just be careful of that. And so I'm gonna just pick up the Mega Cutter here, and just hold on to that. So let's get rid of these guys. I'm gonna just avoid this Neo guy here. So another thing I really love about this game in particular, I think I've mentioned this before, is how some of the friends help you out in different ways, much similar to Kirby's Dream Land 3, where we have Wall D, and then we'll actually have another friend helping us here in a little bit. So it's not Wall D, and it's not Outline, so I wonder who else it could be. So another mainstay enemy in the Kirby series are these Shotsos, basically invincible cannons. They'll shoot cannonballs at you, as that's what cannons do. And this is another funny power up here. If we get fire, which first of all, fire acts like the burning power up in other Kirby series. And I'm about to die. No, I'm just move on. I'm gonna get the fire power up again. Well, I'll get spark first, and then I'll get fire to show off this combo. Hopefully, I've realized that I have really bad aim in this game whenever I'm throwing away power-ups. So fire and spark together will give you this friction, and I love how Kirby's just running off like that. And oh, shoot, there I go. So I'm gonna just run through this again. So once again, another thing about the Kirby series is that they'll respawn you at the last part that you died at. And thankfully we'll get to keep the shards, and I'll just hold on to this ice ability for a little bit until we get something else. And here's that something else. So fire and ice together pretty much just make this melting ice cube. But it only works in close quarters, so I'm not too huge on it. Me being a projectile weapon user. And so here's another combo we have here, Ice and Needle. I love that because of the gator colors. Ice and Needle basically just give you this giant icicle, this icicle snowflake type deal going on. And here we have King Dedede help us out. So King Dedede will have his trademark hammer. We can press B once to hit things, and we can also charge it to do more damage to rocks and things like that. I wish I wasn't messing around so much. I could have got a bit more accomplished here. So yeah, so we're pretty much in this maze, and this is where our third shard's going to be. Unfortunately, Dedede can't float; he can only jump, and so yeah, I was saying before about desert levels, how this one in particular. This is called Rockstar, but it's more desert than rock, stuff like that kind of bothers me. Thankfully, we have this maximum tomato right here. So it's not that I don't like desert levels. It's just like they're kind of in the middle as far as surroundings go. I mean, I've said this before. Probably my favorite setting, and I'm probably in the minority here, is ice levels. But even just, I don't think I have a least favorite that I can definitely say is my least favorite setting. It's just which settings I like more than others. But I do like some things about desert levels, but I do like other settings of desert levels more than others, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so, as we see, our third shard is not too far from here. If I can just navigate this maze a bit better, then we could get it. So just watch out for the fire here. Should be pretty close. Yeah, here it is. And that's every shard in this level. So the only one we have to go back is that one, the first level, which is actually pretty easy to get. So I'm going to show that off. So I'm sorry if this really isn't the most riveting commentary in the world, but my goodness, I never realized how uninteresting this part was. So I've pretty much got the shard, and I've broken every block that you really need to break, and this is pretty much just the last part of the level, so I'm going to be out here in a few seconds. You know, it also really doesn't help that I've been screwing around this maze, so I could have been out of here already now that I think about it. But yeah, another thing about King Dedede is that you can only use King Dedede if you haven't noticed this before. You can't actually use the power-ups or anything that you have on you. And that's it for this level. So I think I'm gonna just get another card. Or not. I could just get absolutely nothing. That works too. But before we end off this episode, I'm gonna go and show off where the last shard is. So the next shard, the shard I missed should be around here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. This has been Hypawallow, and until next time, I'll see y'all later. Take care, everybody.